So children, in this video we are going to discuss about the carbon dioxide transport. Now as we know that in tissues the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is high because tissues are the ones which will do some work, which will do the metabolism, and they will use oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Now, why is this carbon dioxide high? It is due to catabolism. What is this term catabolism? Children, it is a kind of metabolism. Metabolism are of two types, catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism is when we break down larger molecules into smaller ones to release energy. Okay, so this process is called catabolism, and anabolism is when smaller molecules are combined together to form a big large molecule, that is anabolism. So in tissues, due to catabolism, carbon dioxide concentration is high, so partial pressure is high, and oxygen's partial pressure is low. But in lungs, because alveoli are present in the lungs, so PCO2 is low and PO2 is high. Now these conditions are quite favorable for the carbon dioxide transport from tissues to the lungs. And this can be done in three manners, which I told you, as carbonic acid form, as in carboaminohemoglobin form, or as in bicarbonate form. So let's see them one by one. So children, the first is as carbonic acid. Now let's see, in tissues all around 7% of carbon dioxide is dissolved in the plasma water. Now again I have told you what is plasma. Plasma is the liquid form present in the blood. So 7% of carbon dioxide is dissolved in the plasma water to form carbonic acid. Whenever carbon dioxide you see combines with water, okay, carbon dioxide is present in the tissues, water is present in the plasma. If you remember in class 10th also you have done the what are the constituents present in the plasma. So large portion of the plasma is water, and there are other things like amino acids, proteins, sugar, etc soluble in plasma, but water is the major component of plasma. So carbon dioxide combines with the water present in the plasma to form carbonic acid. So this is the formula for carbonic acid, H2CO3, right? So how much carbon dioxide has been transported in this manner? All around 7% of carbon dioxide is transported in the form of carbonic acid in the body. Now let's see the second type, that is as carbaaminohemoglobin. Children, in tissues 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide binds with the hemoglobin to form carbaaminohemoglobin. Now actually the hemoglobin ideally should bind with oxygen, but if the person is in such a situation that he or she is inhaling lots of carbon dioxide, or if the person's body is producing lots of carbon dioxide, then around 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide binds with the hemoglobin, and the compound formed is called carbaaminohemoglobin. This happens in tissues. Now in alveoli, CO2 dissociates from carbaaminohemoglobin. So again it's reversible, because we know that carbon dioxide is brought to the alveoli, and from alveoli they are supposed to be expelled out through nostrils. So how will CO2 be expelled out if it is combined with hemoglobin? So again dissociation has to occur. डिसोसिएट होगा तभी तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड अकेला रिलीज होगा फ्रॉम द नॉस्ट्रल्स. फिलहाल तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड is combined with hemoglobin. So this dissociation is again required, which will occur in the alveoli. See, the combination will occur in the tissues and the dissociation will occur in the alveoli, and this is the reaction. Carbon dioxide combines with the hemoglobin, okay, to form carboaminohemoglobin, and it's vice versa or reversible. Carboaminohemoglobin in the lungs will dissociate to give hemoglobin and carbon dioxide. So it's again a reversible reaction. Okay. Then children, the third type of transport is as bicarbonate. About 70% of the carbon dioxide is transported by this method. So you see, large portion of carbon dioxide is transported in the form of bicarbonate. Now RBCs contain an enzyme, children, called carbonic anhydrase. One thing I want to tell you is, whenever there is a word which is ending with ase, whenever there is a word which is ending in ase, then it means it is an enzyme. So generally an enzyme ends up in this word called ACE. So RBCs are having an enzyme called carbonic anhydrase, and it is also slightly present in the plasma. Little bit of this enzyme is also present in the plasma. So at tissue site, now where the tissues are present, it facilitates the following reaction. Now let's see what is the reaction. See, carbon dioxide combines with water, which is present all over in the plasma, in the body. We know that a human body has 70 to 80% is water. So carbon dioxide combines with the water in presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase to give carbonic acid. Now this carbonic acid, again in the presence of carbonic anhydrase, will get converted into bicarbonate plus hydrogen ion, right? So in alveoli, the above reaction proceeds in opposite direction, leading to the formation of carbon dioxide and water. Children, this, you see, this reaction has been taken place in the tissue. The reaction from carbon dioxide till bicarbonate. Okay, I think I have some problem with my mouse. Let me check. Yeah. So this at tissue site, the carbon dioxide and water are combining in presence of carbonic anhydrase, and they give rise to bicarbonate plus hydrogen ion. But at the alveoli level, this reaction takes place in the opposite manner. You see, from bicarbonate to carbon dioxide. So again, it is a reversible reaction. Okay. Then let's move on. Every 100 ml of deoxygenated blood, now you all know what is deoxygenated blood. So every 100 ml of deoxygenated blood delivers 4 ml of carbon dioxide to the alveoli, so that this carbon dioxide can be expelled out through the nostrils. So I hope this is clear. Transport of carbon dioxide.